Last time on Superstar Challenge, the 9 remaining contestants arrived to find hockey sticks.
2 hours to create something amazing, something great, something unique, something that says this is your A game.
Pressured to show their stuff, nobody backed down.
It's the beginnings of a beautiful love seat. More like a go-kart.
Will it really work?
Yep.
You see a cold beer sitting on that.
The judges were surprised by what was built.
But it held me. It didn't break. It's nice and strong.
I've got no idea what this is.
And the contestants were surprised with a second on-camera challenge.
Hey, welcome back. We're doing a little segment today.
Hi, and welcome to the Handy Randy Show.
We must work safely. Don't let this happen to you.
Then it was time for the judges to do their work.
All right, I'm gonna give my bottom 3. Randy, Elka, Paul.
It's Randy who goes home.
But at the elimination ceremony, Randy was told he could stay.
Which means, Ilka, you will not. Remember when you were a kid and finishing things like your dinner or your homework was made into such a big deal? Like your parents believed somehow that this was important. Well, believe it or not, the same holds true for Handyman, only instead of parents, it's clients and homeowners. To them, finishing a room properly makes all of the difference in the world, because the better the flooring and trim, the better the room looks once it's painted. On today's episode, we're putting our 8 remaining finalists through finishing school. We're dividing them into 4 teams of 2. The top 3 teams will move on. The worst team will be expelled.
For this, day 3 of the competition, the contestants have been asked to pick a partner they'd like to work with, knowing only that today's challenge would be skill-related.
The old stomach started churning again, and take a deep breath and see what happens.
I felt really good. I don't know, I just had a good feeling about today. I was less nervous than I have been.
When I saw the set, I thought, wow, this is my forte. I can really do well on this.
What they have to do well is drywall, floor, and trim a mock room to the point it would be ready to be primed and painted. The catch? They've got just 3 hours to do it with someone they've never worked with before.
Okay, now don't forget, for this challenge, you're being judged on how much you get done as well as the quality of your work. So you have to be fast and you have to be good. You've already picked your working partner, so however you get it done, that's fine. Just get it done. Because the team who can't is finished.
I thought it was a great challenge. A lot of drywall, a lot of trim, a lot of floors, and techniques will stand out. And if you don't have the ability to do it, you're going home.
You know, looking for craftsmanship, looking, for just how well it was thought out, if the steps were taken in the right way, how well their miters were, did they use glue, did they use this, did they use that?
You can get it down to there, and then you can go down.
As a casting director, I have absolutely no idea about renovations. I just, wanted to see how they could present their ideas to us, whether or not they played as a team, whether or not they have what we're looking for.
All right.
What the judges are looking for is the best combination of on-air presentation skills and pure handyman abilities. Right away, it was clear Paul and Randy had the handyman part down pat.
The challenge today was easy, being that I do this every day for a living. But working with somebody new was a challenge. Fun working together. Yeah. You just keep holding it. It's all about teamwork, right?
Yeah, you're good. You're doing good, brother. I appreciated working with Randy. He was good to work with, and there's no problem. If I'd worked with one of the other guys, then they basically would have been a helper.
For Ted and Jordan, it wasn't just skill, it was swagger, too.
We know they want us to be ourselves, so we were going to really be ourselves, have fun with it.
Feel that?
Feel the love?
Oh, baby. It's louder. We need some tunes. Jordan had a pretty good sense of the sequence of events, like, and how they should go. And I told him, I said, you lead that way, and I'll be right behind you, and we're gonna bang it up.
Only feet away, Will and Richard had a very different point of view.
Well, I think by the time we got our deck cleared off, the guys across from us had their whole wall mudded already. So we knew we were in trouble.
We knew that the pros were going to be hard to catch, but we figured, okay, we'll just do our thing. We won't look around too much. Let's just focus on our thing, and let's do the best that we can do.
It was tough. There was a lot to do in the amount of time that we had, so we were scrambling.
Team number 4 is Ian and Glenn.
It started off bad. We decided to put the drywall vertically, and we didn't land on a stud.
How much do we got left? It's one of those challenges where you really had to put your money where your mouth was. You either can do it or you can't.
Did you hear you have 1 hour down and 2 to go?
It's finishing day at the Handyman Challenge, and that means a pressure-packed 3-hour race to complete the walls, floor, and trim of a mock room with a hand-picked partner.
It just gelled, like it was cool. It was just really good. Like I could work with Jordan every day.
6 on the outside, 8.
Yeah, that's where it up, and I should probably be 2 tiles deep.
Just with the speed and everything was going everywhere and pressured by that clock, it was hard. I got cut 3 times today. I always get hurt. I'm the first day to 10 and out. Okay. Oh, that's good.
No, I think just one more.
You're slowing me down here. I was sweating. I was shaking.
Faster up, Jordy.
Jordan and Ted weren't alone. Ian and Glenn were desperately trying to catch up after some initial miscues with their drywall.
From there, we went from bad to worse. The drywall gun screwed up. The mixing of the sheetrock 20, I mixed it too stiff, and then it didn't go on very well, and it was starting to harden up.
Don't get your finger too close to the drywall knife. And every time you'd look over, someone's smiling or having a good time, and they've got more done than you do.
But after that, we seemed to get into a groove. Okay, let's put all that behind us and continue on. And I believe everything after that went well.
For William and Richard, their troubles continued straight into the wainscoting.
We buggered that up, right? We measured wrong on the bottom or something. We put it up, and then the bottom piece wouldn't fit. Didn't leave enough room for the floor.
You think it's not the same? They're definitely not the same.
I just have a really quick question for you.
Yes.
How do you get your hair like that?
Of course, Randy and Paul just kept sailing along. At least that's how it seemed.
You got 2 guys that know what they're doing. You think you get twice as much done and everything, but it's really hard. Somebody has to step back, let the other guy take charge.
Wainscoting, right to this. I keep it simple for yourself. So start here, man, and then just go bank. Try cut around here, because that's going to take time.
Everybody's a boss.
We're number 1 all the way. It's not even close.
Oh, you're going to give us something trickier to do? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, now you have to spend the rest of the time tap dancing while you do it.
Not a problem.
Okay, everybody, 1 hour left.
Of course, there's nothing like a fast-approaching deadline to turn up the heat and rattle the nerves of even the most confident handyman.
We had half the floor done, no baseboard, and I thought we were screwed. Okay, I have to nail the floor and I have to nail the baseboard. Let's do it.
Sweet.
Come on, baby.
10 minutes.
We got a few tiles up, threw some floorboards down, and just crossed our fingers and hope for the best.
I had trouble with just snap together, floor together. It looks so easy on the label. Did you notice that?
My head was down, the time was clicking, and we went hard, full speed. Not a big space to work around, so it's really hard to get a flow going in a tight space.
It took me a while to get all the trim work done. He went to tile. Before you knew it, 3 hours was over.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
That was the quickest 3 hours of my life.
That was tough.
When time was called, we were head and tails above anybody else.
We could have done other things to improve it, but our goal, we were done. And we are 99.2% done.
So I'm glad and a deal's a deal. We had 3 hours, and if we couldn't do it, we couldn't do it. I'm proud of what we did.
We knew we were in trouble. We knew we were in trouble. It was kind of obvious to us.
We thought we still had a shot, but we were both a little despondent when it was over.
As always, it's the judges' opinions that matter most, even though they had no idea which team did what room.
For 3 hours of work, I want to see it almost perfect. Jim and I could probably drywall, try to complete this in 3 hours. It should have been better.
Some didn't have a clue, and it showed. 2 were absolutely horrible. 1 was okay, and then 1 that was great.
First stop, William and Richard's room.
Oh, I hate that. A little bit of height difference, and a much wider gap here than here.
Don't like the metal tape in the corner. Really, it drives me insane when I don't see a reveal.
Would have passed? No. You know, it was unacceptable.
You just don't use like a silicone base, not on this.
I don't know anything about work, and I knew that it was terrible. If this was my house, I'd be disappointed.
Jordan and Ted were next.
At least we have the flooring under the baseboard.
Wow. I don't call that baseboard.
I think their plan was, okay, we're gonna have to eliminate something because there's no way we're gonna make it done in 3 hours. So they chose to eliminate the wainscoting.
I'm not too impressed with the trim work on the floor.
Their job was probably one of the worst ones out of it all.
It's nice that they tried to make a little effort down here. I don't know if I like it.
Obviously, they used imagination there because they couldn't
Yeah.
cut the tiles properly. They got a little more done, so that helps.
As expected, Randy and Paul's room was a no-brainer.
Well, we have a little bit of character within the tile.
Yes, I know it's really hard to cut
The
those
tile
things.
work is better than what we've seen so far.
Great plastering. They did the best plastering.
The best part of this whole thing is the drywall.
All their flooring was 3/8 of an inch away from the wall for an expansion and contraction. It was really well done. Well, you can tell they're handyman, eh?
That's what this is, right?
And this is probably the most complete.
It's the most complete.
The final room was Ian and Glenn's.
Plastering?
Not bad.
Fair. They were able to throw all the work together and get it up with maybe one mistake. Nice. They didn't finish the floor, but at least they do have it underneath the baseboard. I like to see that minor gap. Honestly, they did really good.
I think out of all of them, I think this is probably one of the better ones out of all the trim.
Well, and coming into this challenge, I thought that whoever had the most done wins. And obviously, it was better for them not to complete it and just to do it right.
You know what?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Their rooms are done, and the judges are done. Now it's time for each team to do all they can to ensure they're not done. Stage 2 of the challenge is presenting and defending their work face-to-face with the judging panel. Up first, William and Richard.
We made a couple mistakes, and we ended up spending more time trying to fix them than if we had done it right in the first place.
Yeah. I'm at home. This is a weekend project. It's not a 3-hour gig. You can't make excuses for work that's not up to snuff.
Who set up the wainscoting with the floor?
We worked on it together.
The problem we had was the floor wasn't level, or we
What's
don't
missing?
just follow it.
What's missing?
The space for the flooring's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
It should have been underneath the baseboard.
Yeah. we had enough
we took a
time.
measurement. I think between the communication, we missed our measurement.
Next up, the young guns, Jordan and Ted.
We kind of tagged ourselves as the young punks, the rock star Reno guys.
Together, we thought we were going to be invincible today, so that was our goal.
Yeah, we gave it, and we had fun doing it. We had a few laughs. We just did what we could in the time that we could.
What were you thinking on the baseboard there?
You know, this is
country.
That's kind of old school, so we wanted something more contemporary.
We wanted to get
as much done as
and
we
try
could.
to complete a room.
We both had fun. If we gotta go home today, I'm cool with that. This is the best day I had so far. It was awesome.
The chemistry that they showed together today, I think it worked really well for them. I think it worked well for all the teams to have somebody to lean on.
Except maybe Paul and Randy. The judges didn't know what to make of them.
We had fun here today. First time working with my buddy Paul. Great job.
Yeah, great
Awesome.
teamwork. Yeah,
I'm surprised
yeah.
we actually worked things out. We got 2 guys that know what they're doing, supposedly.
Thanks for building this up.
Yeah, and we worked well together.
The problem is they are boring.
I mean, I felt confident from the beginning. And what we did is we assessed the tools that we had, we looked at what needed to be done, and then we kind of set it up where one person had this and the other person had that. I feel that we moved very well together. It was almost like a ballerina. That's where I wanted to be square 2 minutes ago. I was going to say there is a little bit of a mess up here that we haven't told you about. It's the baseboard.
Your depth of hearth is incorrect. You do know that. There's a code on it.
A code. Oh, I see. Is that an actual fireplace?
Well, it was... Okay.
The final team to present was Ian and Glenn.
Well, basically, we're calling ourselves the Blooper Brothers. We laid the drywall vertically. We had the drywall gun screw up on us.
I've never worked with wainscoting before. It was a learning experience for me.
Who did the tile?
I did.
Very good. Why didn't you give me an 1/8 of an inch on the reveal?
I don't have a real reason for you.
Who did the laminate?
I started that when we
Russia.
had about 30 seconds left.
All wood expands and contracts. You need a distance away.
Yeah, fair enough. Honest mistake.
Presentation's complete. It's now up to the judges to decide which team will be going home.
Team Blooper.
Team Blooper. Interesting.
You know what? This team, to me, they absolutely shone in terms of the work.
They did very well.
Really good teamwork.
I would have liked to see a little bit more excitement in the pitch to us.
Number 2.
I'm calling them Guns N'
Jordan and
Roses.
So we kind of tagged ourselves as the young punks, the rock star Renault guys today, and
So we wanted to get
as much done as
and
we
try to
could.
complete a room.
They were a lot of fun.
But they both have host written on them.
So that leaves us with William and Richard.
The blind leading the blind.
You can't make excuses for work that's not up to snuff. The only way to fix that is to take your time and do it well.
These guys have it on camera, but their work was terrible. Just terrible. Randy and Paul.
I mean, when we first started, we kind of looked at the project and we thought to ourselves, I mean, I felt confident from the beginning. And what we did is we assessed.
They did very well.
Hall is just a bit of a train wreck.
I see. Is that an actual fireplace?
Well, I don't like getting rid of guys that are good at what they
I
do.
know. I cannot imagine watching these guys for half an hour.
I feel that we moved very well together. It was almost like a ballerina.
Look at it. The plaster's right.
I know. I don't think they'd be great hosts.
They have the skills.
Find them extremely boring.
They are the best.
What kind of show are we going to do with them?
They're very good at what they do. And you know what? You can't knock that.
This is not a good day.
Having reached their verdict on the finishing school challenge, the judges now summon the finalists to let them know which team will be going home.
Let's face it, it's not, out of all 4 of them, it's not one of the best, by no means.
I thought for sure we were done. Like the way Jim's face was, I was like, we're done, we're done.
I think it was definitely a disappointment that you didn't get as much done as you could have.
My heart wasn't in my throat. It was beating a mile a minute.
What do you think us judges are sitting here looking for?
It was in my head that I was gone today.
You think you did a good job?
I think we did what we could have done with the time constraints.
I think you did the worst job. Okay?
Me and Will pretty well had our bags packed in our heads today. We thought we were definitely cooked.
I mean, today you guys were team intimidation.
You guys
You nailed
rocked.
it.
You did the best work.
If you know what you're doing and you looked at our work, it was so far superior, it's not even close.
But what the contestants think no longer matters. It's time for the judges to reveal their decision.
As hard as it is for me to say this, you guys are still in for tomorrow.
Wicked.
How are you so calm, dude? You're freaking me out here. I was shocked, and Ted was just blank face, and it was a huge relief. I'm gonna step it up and do what I got to do for tomorrow.
So I hate to say this, because you're good. Pick it up. Okay, I want to see more. You're coming back tomorrow.
Oh, you're bad. Thank you very much.
Good job.
Thank you.
Ted and Jordan, Glenn and Ian are in, which means either Randy and Paul or William and Richard will be going home.
I kind of thought this could be the end because I wasn't happy with the workmanship. That challenge might have got the better of me.
Tomorrow we'll have to make another decision about whether or not to keep you, because we're going to keep you today.
I'll see you until last night.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow, Richard.
Was that right?
You move on.
Oh, really?
You missed that, eh?
William and Richard are in, and that means today's verdict is a real shocker.
I don't think that we'll be having you guys come and join us tomorrow.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
We're sorry to hear that too.
Did I think I was the one that would be cut today? Absolutely not. It was a poor decision.
I haven't got a clue. I'm gonna have to sleep on that and figure that one out. The work is there. It's all about finding the host for a show.
At the end of the day, it came down to this. They're skilled, they're good at what they do, but it's not all about the skill.
In the long run, they've also had 3 chances to step up to the plate and bring themselves to it. And every time, they're blowing it.
Superstar.